Okay, good people, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top tips for shopping and shipping from the US into Kenya. Now, I've made a bunch of these videos and I keep on getting questions, and I'm gonna struggle. I'm gonna try to make the ultimate video today so that I cover all the issues you guys might want to raise, especially considering the fact that Black Friday is coming up in the next 2 days. It's this Friday. And in case you live, inside a cave on Mount Elgon, Black Friday is a day when major shopping outlets, online shopping outlets like Amazon, especially, I think it's basically just Amazon. Okay, but some other sites also do have deals. But it's this day once a year that Amazon does have a bunch of deals. Like prices on a lot of items are slashed by some chunk, and you stand a chance to score a deal, pay much less than you probably would any other time in the year. Now, these deals might not be on everything. They might not be from all sellers. Amazon and so on have a bunch of sellers on their platform. But it's always worth taking a look in case you've had earmarked something sometime in April, August, or what have you. And considering the fact that the shilling is really doing badly, it's now going at around 150, 160 to the dollar. You want to save something. This is your time. Okay, now guys, here we are. This is Amazon.com and I have logged into my account. By the way, if you don't already have an account, I know Amazon might not be as popular in Kenya, but just create an account and sign in. And this is a top tip. Just accept that Prime. Amazon has this service called Amazon Prime that they want you to subscribe to try. Normally, they'll give you a free trial for like 30 days, which comes with, Amazon Music, Amazon whatever, and so many other things. But Amazon Prime helps you get free, quick shipping. And this is important because you might not be using Amazon a lot, like, every month, every week, and so on. But even if you're shipping one item on Black Friday, you want it delivered fast. So just accept the free trial, and in fact, you can even cancel it immediately so that you don't forget and get charged. I usually use Amazon Prime free trial all the time for for everything that I have shopped. So just get the free trial for Amazon Prime. It will help you get your items fast. Now, up here you can see that it says Amazon Associate Site Stripe. Now, this is here because I am an Amazon associate, like I am in their affiliate program. As your way of saying thanks to me for making this video, you can use the link I'll be sharing in the description section of this video to go into Amazon to purchase your items and so on. The prices will remain the same. It's only that I'll get a little bit of commission here and there. It's a few shillings. It's not like going to pay my rent or anything. Just use the link. Now, before we proceed any further, let me first make a case as to why sometimes it might be better for you to do your shopping over here online on Amazon rather than, going to the street somewhere in Nairobi or Kisumu, Eldoret, Mombasa, wherever you are in this republic, and ship it over to your doorstep. So first, there's convenience, convenience. Assuming, say, you wanted a laptop, for example, an HP Envy. You can easily get these things in the streets, in Luthuli, wherever you shop for electronics. But number one, if you're not really a tech geek, there's a big chance that you may get the wrong price. There's a big chance that you might pay full price for a refurbished machine that is not really, really new. And there's so many other things that might happen. So there's the convenience of just logging into Amazon and just typing on the search bar HP Envy. Here we are. You can see that a bunch of HP Envys load, and you'll be given all the details you'd like to know: the display size, disk size, RAM, operating system, what have you, whether it's a 2022 model, a 2021 model, and so on. I know a lot of times in this country, if you're not a very big geek, guys know, like Intel, if you want the best processor, you go for like Core i7, Core i5 is mid-tier, then Core i3 is like the low end. But what people don't know is these processors get updated every year. And so, for example, this year there's 14th gen processors. You see, last year we had like 13th gen. So I see a lot of guys selling laptops on the streets, online, and what have you, and they'll tell you that this is a very fast one. This is a Core 7, and they won't tell you which generation. It might be a Core i7 7th generation, which came out in, I don't know, 20 what now, 2016 to 2015, thereabout. So sometimes when you come online, you get all the information you need to know. So it's convenient to shop, and you can see there's so many options. All these are HP Envies. If you want a HP Envy, assuming you wanted an Apple Watch, you can see that there is the second gen, there is Series 9, Series 8, and so on. So apart from the convenience, you also get variety. Like if you specifically wanted a Series 4 Apple Watch, you might walk around the streets of Nairobi morning till evening and not get it. I'm just giving an example. If you wanted like one that is renewed, you see this will be a bit cheaper than a brand new one. You know, it's much more easier to get it online than on the street. And there's price, very important. Let me give you an example. I always like comparing prices on Amazon with what we have in Kenya on Gigi. Now, Gigi is where a lot of merchants on the streets, mostly from Nairobi, post their items. So let's just take a quick example. We have this Apple Watch SE second generation, 40 millimeter, and it's a Black Friday deal, 28% off at $180. Now we'll assume a dollar is, we can even say 160, you know. So Apple Watch SE second gen, just copy this and paste it here in gg.co.ke, Apple Watch SE second gen. You can see someone selling it here for, it's here 40 millimeters. I don't know whether this is 40 millimeters. Anyway, someone is selling it for 37,000 shillings, someone else 45,000 shillings. And you can see that on Amazon, it goes for $180. Now, let's see how much $180 is. 180 times 160, 28,800. And I can tell you that to ship this to Kenya using the methods that I'm going to be sharing with you will cost about 2K, thereabout. Now, I don't mean that you should never buy anything locally. Actually, you should, to support local businesses if you're into that kind of vibe, or to get your items fast. An example is if you wanted something tomorrow, it makes sense to buy it locally because these methods of shipping from Amazon in the US and so on will take at least 2 weeks most times. But if you'd like to save some money, in some cases you might even be able to save much more than what I have given you in that example. So let's get back to the Black Friday. Now here's another tip for you. Sometimes you might want to buy an item, you're not even sure whether this is a deal or not. You can always use a price tracker like what I have in here. This is called early price, and you can always search early price, ALI price. It's basically a piece of software. It's actually a browser extension that you install on your browser, assuming you use Google Chrome, whatever else you use. And once you install it, it gives you what the price of the item has been. You can see here for 3 months, for 6 months, and for 1 year. And you can actually see that this is actually a deal on this Bose Quiet Comfort 45 wireless Bluetooth noise cancelling headphones. In August, you can see that the price came down to about $279, but right now they're going for $199 US. So this is actually a deal if you wanted to get the Bose Quiet Comfort 45s. Now, this is something you want to install on your browser, some sort of price tracker. And there's even other software you could want to install like CNET Shopping and so on, which actually gives you some sort of comparison with other sites like eBay and so on, and you can find where the item you want is actually cheapest. So, assuming we wanted to buy this Bose Quiet Comfort 45, how would I go about getting this item to my doorstep here in Kenya? So, I already told you about logging in and getting the Amazon Prime. Once that is done, you want to add it to your cart. It's added to my cart, so I proceed to checkout. And you can see here that they want me to subscribe to Prime at $139 per year. Ignore this for now because I'm not on Prime, but so many times, as I've already told you, Amazon will actually give you free Prime trial. Always take that. So here we are, the Bose Quiet Comfort 45 wireless is in the cart, and we are about to actually pay, to actually check out. So once we are on this page, the first thing you can see here is shipping address. Now, the address that I have put in here is Aquanto, whatever. This is an address that I was actually given by an intermediary who is going to ship the item to my doorstep in Kenya. This is actually a US address. I don't reside in the US, but this address belongs to Aquanto. I use it here when shopping so that the item will be shipped to the warehouse of this company called Aquanto, which actually ships to Kenya. Now, there's many such companies. You can always just search ship from US to Kenya per kg, and you'll see that there's Kentex Cargo. They are very reliable. I have used them severally. There is Servo Store. They are very reliable. I have used them severally. There is iMail. I've not used these ones. States Duka have been around, but I've also not used them. Aquanto is here. This is what I'm using currently, and I'll tell you why. You can see that there are so many companies that actually ship from Amazon from the US to Kenya. Does it mean that Amazon does not actually ship to Kenya directly? They do. There is some items that they ship to Kenya, but you will pay from your nose. It will be too expensive. The shipping cost plus a bunch of tax is too expensive. But these companies that actually ship using a cost that is calculated per kg, and mostly it will be $15 thereabout. Long time ago, $15 used to be $1,500. But thanks to your favorite government, $15 is now around how much? 2,400. Okay, maybe 2,500 thereabout. So this 2,400, maybe about 2,200 to 2,400 thereabout, will be much cheaper than what it would cost if you shipped directly from Amazon, because I know they do ship some items directly to Kenya. So choose any of these companies that you wish to use and use them to ship. Okay, you can always ask a friend who has done it, which company they used. But as for me, I have used Kentex, Servo Store, and Aquanto, and I can attest that they will deliver your items. So here is why at the moment I am using Aquanto, and Kentex has a similar service at a cost. The issue is you can see this company called Aquanto give you an address in a state in the US called Delaware. Delaware has no sales tax. That's like some sort of VAT that is charged in the US. Take a look at this, for example. This is the Aquanto address in here. This item, the Bose Quiet Comfort 45, if I shipped it using Delaware, what I'm going to pay for the cost of the item is 31,730 Kenyan shillings, because there is zero tax in Delaware. If I change this address, for example, this is the address that will be given by Servo Store, assuming you decide to use their service. It's in California, and California does have some sales tax. If I use that address, you can see that the order total jumps up to 34,188, because there is a tax of 2,350 that is supposed to be paid to the state of California. That's why currently I use Aquanto, literally. Save a little bit of money there. 2K is a lot of money. So you can choose any of those companies, but you can see why I chose Aquanto. Now let's get back to the shipping. The address you place here is the address that you have been given by Aquanto or Kentex or Servo Store or whoever you're using. Then the payment method, you can always pay via various methods. Visa is probably the most convenient. That's what I use. It's actually quite easy if you've never done this. You place the numbers on your Visa card on the website, and there's a number behind the card that you place there. I know there's security issues and fear, especially first time and so on. I've used this thing for years. No one has stolen any money from my bank. Thankfully, it's generally safe. As long as you have a nice, strong Amazon password, it's not like you're going to get hacked or anything. Just pay. But if you fear more than that, you can always use M-Pesa. M-Pesa have this service called M-Pesa Global Pay. And I made a video about it. Let me link it. Click somewhere here. There's something that will, is it here or here? There's something that will pop in, and you can always click it and watch that video about how to use M-Pesa Global Pay. It's basically some sort of virtual card you are given, some virtual numbers you can use here. But know that Safaricom will also make a bit of profit from you. The amount you pay will likely be a bit higher than what you see here. Now, placing the order is basically just clicking this. Money will be subtracted from your account and the item will start getting processed to your address. Something else you should do, and I have found that this might be helpful depending on your bank, is actually enabling this thing called Amazon Currency Converter, so that you actually get charged in shillings, not in US dollars, because they do the conversion themselves using a rate. You can see here that 1 USD is 152 shillings. This is the amount of money that will be requested from your card, from your bank account, 31,000 shillings, not USD 199. Why is this important? Because your bank might have a higher rate, and it likely has a higher rate than this. All banks in Kenya will have some rate of like 160, and they will even have some other charge on top of that. So chances are the amount will be much higher than this. Don't pay in USD, pay in shillings. Okay, that is it. That is how you shop and ship from Amazon. So, does the same apply to elsewhere? I know there will be sites that offer some sort of Black Friday deals apart from Amazon. For example, there's this site called Newegg that sells electronics, computers, and so on, if that is what you are into. And you might get that some items are cheaper here than, say, on Amazon. And you can see that they do have deals here and so many other sites. Yeah, you can see Black Friday is here on Best Buy. You can see Walmart. Black Friday deals are here. So basically, there are deals everywhere. So you can always try and find out if whatever you want to buy is even lower priced in some of these other sites other than Amazon. But again, if you're buying from Amazon, use my link. Okay, now what happens after you've placed your order? You can see here that it says that it's arriving on November 27th, 2023. If I placed it like in the next, I don't know, 15 hours. So that is like in the next 5 days. This is not the time it will arrive in Kenya. This is the day that the item will arrive in the Aquantuo warehouse. So assuming you had Amazon Prime, maybe this item will take even 2 days to arrive in Delaware, the Aquantuo address. Now, how did I get that address? Here we are on Aquantuo. You just go to aquantuo.com, you sign up for an account, and you'll just see your addresses are here. See your US address, UK, China, UAE, and so on. Now, you'll be given an address here, you'll place it on your Amazon, and then Amazon will ship it to that address. Now, once the item arrives in the Aquantuo warehouse, usually Aquantuo will update you via email that they've received your item. But the best thing to do, and this happens with Kentex, with Savostore, and so on, is actually go to their website once you've bought the item, log in, and there's usually some form or something that you fill and tell them that I have bought this item and sent to you. So usually they will tell you once they've received the item. They will weigh the item and they will inbox you some sort of invoice so that you can pay. You don't actually have to pay before it leaves the US. You can even wait for the item to arrive in Kenya. They will invoice you again. They will weigh the item. Then you can always pay whatever the shipping cost for the item will be, depending on the item's weight. You can see an example here is I bought this biodynamic headphones and I shipped it over from Amazon to this place using Aquantuo. And here they are, these biodynamic DT 900 Pro X studio headphones, monitoring, recording, and what have you. Anyway, you can see that the nice thing with Aquantuo, they even give you a photo. So once they receive the item, they will snap a photo, post on their site, on your account, and you can always see that they actually have the item before it even leaves the US. That is nice. You can even always pay some sort of shipping insurance if you'd like. In most of these websites, they do offer that option if you fear that your item is too expensive and it might get lost and you lose your money. So get that insurance. I normally skip it many times. But I know that for some of these guys above some value of item, it might be compulsory to get the insurance. So that's upon you to find out. I already made another video about the shipping methods. Apart from shipping via air, which normally costs about $15 per kg and usually takes around 2 weeks for the item to arrive at your doorstep in Kenya, And by the way, people keep on asking me, will they send it to me in Kisumu or in Lodwar or wherever? Yes, Savosto, Kentex, Aquanto, all these guys will put your item in some sort of courier service, be it Fargo or what have you, and you will always pick your item from your town. So apart from shipping via air, there's normally the option to actually ship via sea for big bulky items, like you want to buy a bed from IKEA. An example is this desk. This desk was actually shipped via sea or ocean, by Kentex. Kentex have a service where they ship once a month via sea to Kenya. So you can consider that if you have bulky items, which would be very expensive if you shipped via air. In short, that is how you can take advantage of this upcoming Black Friday deals. You don't have to ask me to buy for you. Just log into a website of either Kentex, Savosto, Quanto, States Duka, wherever, create an account, get an address, go to Amazon, go to Walmart, go to eBay, go to Newegg, wherever, and order your item, pay via Visa, and send it to that address that you'll be given, and sit and wait. It's that simple. There is other videos that I've made on this topic, a lot of videos, so you guys can watch them. I think they'll be here. If not here, here. See you in the next one, and as always, no pressure.